Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is February 24, 2022, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, markets tumble on Russia's official invasion of the Ukraine. Now looking at the major economic events of the day, not sure if they're going to make any sort of difference right now. 3:30 South African time out of the United States, quarterly GDP numbers coming out. Now looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the euro and the British pound both tank in terms of indices, the futures, Dow Jones and NASDAQ both tumble. And looking at commodities, gold and oil surge, while gold surges to new record highs of the year. Now looking at stocks, the FAANG stocks really tumbled yesterday. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin also tanking on support. So everything's really sold off except for gold and oil. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So it's this type of situation you ask, where do you start? Okay, what do you look at first? So looking at the Euro USD 4-hour chart, you see this big tumble, 1354 down to 1230-ish level. That's almost more than 110 pips. You know, you're looking for support. You're looking for some sort of counter move. Okay, the market's knee-jerk reaction to this news, and then the counter move on the upside. Don't like to pick bottoms, but this could be a really some special day in terms of opportunities on the counter move. Okay, so just keep that in mind, but make sure to take very strict stop losses and very strict take profits, okay, because they might come and go very quickly. Looking at the Gbp Usd, look at that. 136 down to 134, over 130 pip move on the downside. Now here also, there's not much really place to really hang your hat with a support level as well. So I mean, we've breached, you know, the 135.37 support level, and we're now on 134.70. So this could continue tumbling for all intents and purposes, but it's going to hopefully consolidate at a certain part, and then there'll be a counter move. Now looking at gold, all right, this is where it's really at. 1909 is your resistance, broke right through it. 1943. Now the next real resistance-ish level, let's look at a weekly, is right here. 1950 is right there. Okay, now if we break that as well, we could go to 2000, no problem. Now looking at oil, look at that, almost $100 a barrel at 97.20. I mean, if you look at the graph, just at the technicals, it's always been hugging this 8-day moving average and hasn't breached it, and really has, you know, just given it the respect of just maintaining it. Okay, so could there be a counter move? Yes, $100 is probably my resistance-ish level, so just be aware of that on the top side. Now looking at the Dow Jones, look at this tumble. Oh my gosh, look at that. Just from last week to this week, 35,400 down to 32,200. That's a 3,000 point move on the downside. That's more, almost a 10% move, which puts us close to recessionary kind of environment at these areas. Okay, so just be aware of it. Our high for the year was 36,800, and we're trading at 32,200. That's over a 4,000 point move. Okay, so that's really a big steep move on the downside. Now looking at the NASDAQ also retracing down to 13,000. If we look at the individual stocks, Apple fell out of bed yesterday. What's most concerning is Facebook does not stop. Okay, just keeps on going down below $200 level. That's an important level. Microsoft also tumbling to $280. Now looking at Amazon also finally giving it up after having that strength, and Cisco filling in the gap. Remember, this last week did a gap up, and then you see it falling apart. Okay, so they'll probably be more selling down the line. Just have to be able to absorb it. Now looking at Bitcoin, last thing is Bitcoin getting this little surge here after hitting this support-ish level. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. There we go. That's our Fibonacci retracement, and that's the point where I would anticipate for us to get the move. Now today's going to be crazy. It's going to be volatile. It's going to be whipsawed. Just take quick action in and out. This is a scalper's heaven. Can make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 easy today. That's the type of environment we're in today. So just keep that in mind. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.